There are 30 horses in the Greater Manchester Police area, and they are all stabled at Lee, Bury and Hough End, Chorlton. The average working day starts at 8:30 a.m. prompt, with everyone assisting in the mucking out. This duty is closely followed by the quartering of each horse, which prepares the animal for duty. He must be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when he meets the public. The training of all horses and men takes place at the new purpose-built premises at Hough End, Chorlton. These buildings were opened in 1976, and as you can see, they provide ideal facilities for the welfare of both personnel and horses.
Yeah, Justin, see you. Come on, sit down and have a drink. These are tax purposes. These are tax purposes.
Patience, tact and reward, coupled with experience, are the basic ingredients for training the horse to overcome its natural fear of strange sights and sounds, and develop the confidence and understanding with its rider to allow us to use horses in situations which are totally alien to their basic natural instincts. Here we can see the horses awaiting the commencement of the Lord Mayor's parade. All the time and effort put into training the animals are put to the test under the circumstances of these processions. Each rider has the responsibility for 2 complete sets of riding tack. One of the most important duties of the mounted officer is the assisting in the control of crowds, either on sporting occasions or political meetings. We can see from his elevated position in the saddle, he is able to see and to deal with any problems. He is also able to communicate with the people and also move through the crowd in order to prevent trouble. The display boards indicate the types of weapons which are confiscated from the football hooligans on a regular basis. We have now introduced a helmet and visor for the protection of the officer, and have also developed eye shields for the protection of the horse. The average daily patrol usually lasts some 3 hours. These patrols may be the city patrols through the heavy traffic, or traffic patrols in which horses and men are transported to the more rural areas of Manchester.
2264, David. Right now, you're at A stand. A stand to the front. But before that, I want you to drop off that stuff at Stretford, and then I want you to go down to Warwick Road, you and John, and there's a train coming in there at 1:48. 1:48? Right. So I want you to be there.
The mounted officer also provides the ideal means for searching huge areas of rough terrain, once again relying on his elevated position and mobility over rough ground to great advantage. We are also able to provide anti-vandal patrols, as well as providing a deterrent against poaching in rural areas.
5135. Yep. Set for them.
It's a very true saying that if a horse has no foot, then you have no horse. Therefore, our farrier plays a very important role in the daily running of the department. Each horse requires a new set of shoes each month, and the foot must be prepared and the shoes fitted correctly, or the horse will very soon be lame.
This is a Salford horse actually, come from Salford, from Manchester to Colwyn. He's an old horse now.
Training. It generally will take 6 months for the rider to develop the communication lines to the horse. These communication lines are the hands and the legs. The hands work through the reins to the bit, and the legs by applying pressure behind the girths. During the period that these communication lines are being developed, the animal will be introduced to the everyday hazards of a police horse's life, such as tyres, flags, bells and rattles. These objects must be made as attractive as possible, and this is achieved by reward. Hopefully, after 6 months, the horse will be ready to be introduced to the operational duties in company with older, more experienced horses, and then training will continue throughout his working life, which can be for over 20 years. The saddlery which is on display in our best saddle room is used for ceremonial purposes. musical ride provides an interesting spectacle of the training programme. Movements performed by the horses are the basic training paces and include circles, scissors, waltzes, stars, figures of 8 and a maze, concluding with a charge and a grand salute. The music, which is arranged to synchronise with the differing paces of the horses, is provided by the Greater Manchester Police Band. In this film we have also included a few don'ts when preparing horses for travelling. First of all, don't tie a horse up with a chain, no matter how good we believe our horse is. In the event of an emergency, we either break the expensive head collar or injure the horse, or a combination of both. A piece of string will do the job just as well with no danger. Don't lead a horse without a bit in the mouth, and never let a horse loose on its own. We have only been able to show a limited amount of the duties performed by the mounted branch. Obviously, for interest's sake, emphasis has been laid on ceremonial duties, However, first and foremost, the mounted officer is a police officer, and his duties include all aspects of police work.